Welcome to qnawire.
Let's take a look at how a good can transition from maybe one type to another over a period of time and different problems that may arise as more people begin to use it. In this example, we're looking at free wireless high-speed internet, which is offered at an airport. So if at first only a few people are using it, what type of good would this internet service be? Well, in this case, it would be considered a public good, and that's because it's available to anybody who wants to use it. And the service is still just as great as it would be. So there's no rival in consumption here. Therefore, the additional person using it is not taking away anything from the next person. But now let's suppose that many people are using the service and that this high-speed internet is no longer as fast. The speed is beginning to fall. Now what type of good do we have? Well, in this case, it's still available to everyone. However, it is now rival in consumption, meaning that we now have this good which is considered a common resource. And as a result of this good getting more traffic, more people are starting to use it, what problem do we start to see? And it's probably going to be this problem of overuse, right? It's free to everybody, so people are going to start to use it. And over time, like we just saw in part B, the speed is going to begin to fall. This quality of the service is going to begin to fall, and the next person who uses it is going to have less to consume in terms of high speed, right? So if we wanted to correct that, what this airport could do is they could start to charge some sort of a fee for using their internet. This is what we oftentimes see in public spaces, is that if you want to use their internet service, you have to pay a certain amount. And what that does is it starts to limit the number of users on this service at once, preventing that speed from falling. And what it also does is allow the provider of it, the airport in this case, to maybe afford even faster internet, so that even if it does reach a very high number of users, they're not going to see that speed begin to fall. So what happens is in this first piece, this part A, when it was a public good, we had this non-excludable good. That's what it could have been classified as. And then in part B here, once more people started to use it, it was a common resource, but in this case, it still is not excludable, right? Because everybody can use it. However, we're starting to rival in consumption, and that's what changed this good from a public good to a common resource, regardless of the fact that it's still non-excludable. But then part C here, what we would do to correct this problem of slower internet is we would change it to an excludable good, and we would do that by charging a fee for it, meaning that it's only available to those who pay that fee.